Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Only Leeds Bros for your match build-up. Very good morning, a very early one. Leeds United versus Blackburn Rovers today, half-1 kick-off at Ewood Park, and I'm absolutely buzzing about what you say. Early warm catches the board and all that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely buzzing
definitely.
today. You still
Fresh.
have a bit of a sleepy head on you there this morning.
I just had
How's
one
that
of
coffee
them.
going down?
Already hasn't kicked in just yet, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. I had one of them kind of sleepless nights, if I'm being honest with you. The head on
Did
me
you?
like a
Yeah.
smashed run up, so
I did as well. I don't know what it is. I'm just absolutely buzzing for this game today. I don't know why.
yeah.
I'm like, I just feel extra buzzing for this game today. But yeah,
Yeah.
we love it. Comment here, lads, that I want to pull up from White Snake Bites, all the way from New Zealand. Put this into the chat at 7:45 this morning, and he says, "I'll be fast asleep, so good luck." MOT 3-0 lead. So that's unbelievable that someone from the other side of the world is now watching that video. So absolutely class. And Amy Tolan says 2-0 leads. Let's hope so, Amy. Let's hope so. We'll get into it anyway. The usual kind of run through. Dylan will touch on Daniel Farke's press conference. We know it was a couple of days ago, but we'll kind of take the main topics from it. We won't delve a little bit
Sorry.
too much and just kind of the important stuff we have to take from it. We'll get into Blackburn, the opposition, their recent run of form, players we need to watch out for, and then we'll get into Leeds United, the team that we want to obviously see today, what way we think the match is going to go, and so on. So, Dillo, give it to us. Daniel Farke's press conference. What was the main kind of takes from it?
No injuries, lads. Another good positive week in the Leeds United atmosphere. So, Isaac Smith still out. I'd say by the back end of the week before he's back kind of in the team. As such, he has the light work training. Not a whole lot, but that's basically it. Boyram, we'll obviously find out today in the match lineup today whether Boyram's in the squad or not.
Yeah, he's a late one, isn't he? Late
Fark did
fitness
say
one, he said.
it'd be a late call on that one. And that's it, lads.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching.
Well, look, the good thing is about Sam Boyram today. It's not major as much as we've gave Sam Boyram massive flowers over the last couple of days of how good his performance has been. But Junior Firpo obviously is back in the squad today. You'd probably expect Firpo to come back in anyway, wouldn't you? Which is probably a good thing. You know, if Boyram's fit enough to make the bench, happy days. Hopefully he's not too injured. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. It doesn't kind of rule him out, because I'd hate to see that, because he's been absolutely class for us. But you'd expect Firpo to come back in today, wouldn't you? Realistically.
Yeah, definitely. But in the back of my head as well, I'm kind of touching on the fact, with that Ampadu situation, all things considered, Firpo is fit, so clearly he has to start. But I want Firpo to start. Just if Boyram was kind of Firpo for me. But I want Volber to start kind of showing that he wants to be here.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
I think if he shows us that a bit more, then I can go, right, lads, what I've been saying about nearly all departments on the pitch, that left back position now with Firpo, Sam Boyram, Isaac Schmidt, and now Wober, there's competition at that left back. And we have options, you know what I mean? And these players can play in other positions as well. So that's all really I want. I love Firpo, you know how much I love Firpo.
Yeah.
I want him technically to start, but I just want that
Hopefully he
competition.
comes back from today. It's a good bit of rest now. He's obviously have to get not playing much games. I hope, his match fitness. We keep saying about fitness and match fitness. They're two totally different things. So hopefully his match fitness and match sharpness isn't too much off. Hopefully he's very much on it today, full of energy. The Junior Firpo getting forward, solid, needless to say, solid at the back, and then trying to get forward and score goals and assists for us as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Junior Firpo back in the squad today. So the opposition today, lads, Blackburn Rovers, managed by John Eustace, who obviously did the double over us last year, won with Birmingham City away from home at the start of the season. I think we all remember that one, and was obviously sacked then in very weird circumstances when the Americans took over Blackburn Birmingham, and they decided to bring in Wayne Rooney, and it went very much downhill then from Birmingham City, and are now in League One, which is a little bit mental. But John Eustace did do the double over us. Then he went to Blackburn Rovers then at the tail end of last season, when the Leeds United season probably fell apart. Sammy Smoddock scored that goal at Ellen Road and he bet us 1-0. So very, very capable John Eustace against us. Teams usually kind of play the low block, sit in, wait for an opportunity to hit us on the counter attack, which Leeds United
we struggle at.
Yeah, which Leeds United really, really need to watch out for today. And Daniel Farke really needs to get the measure of John Eustace today. Overall, don't think it's going to be an easy game for Leeds United. The reason being is, I keep saying it, 3 games in 6 days. It's absolutely massive. You know, the players have to be feeling a little bit leggy at the minute. Thank God now after this game we kind of have a week stretch to kind of rest and recover and get back for Derby now next Saturday. So I don't think it's going to be a plain sailing game. I hope it is, but just there's something in me thinking that it might be one of them games where we need everyone to kind of dig deep and dig in, you know, defend well, do the dirty side of the game, and our quality over the course of the 90 minutes should really show. But Blackburn Rovers, a mixed bag over the last 5 games. Starting off with Watford, 1-0 loss to Watford, 2-0 loss to Sheffield United, 2-0 loss to Stoke City, but they've won their last 2 on the bounce, a 3-1 win over Cardiff City and a 1-0 win over Borough. Now, in circumstances that the goal was offside, it still stood. They did hold Middlesbrough, which we've all talked about, are kind of the side that we all need to watch about. So nothing kind of to be sneezed at with Blackburn Rovers, especially with 2 on the bounce. Their tails are up, they're at home, do you know what I mean? So Leeds need to be wary of this today. We talk about banana skins to Leeds United, that we almost have this perception that, you know, where we have this entitlement to always win every single game, and in the Championship you don't, because there could be any banana skin at any time. You need to be 100% on it, and that's what I hope Leeds United are today. Dillo, what's your thoughts on the opposition?
Going back to what you said about last season when he got us twice on the bounce, my mind has definitely changed, all things considered, from last year, because, as I said, we said it week in, week out, where we had Somerville, Rutter, Archie Gray. They were kind of our star man, and no subs could make an impact as such. It's definitely different this season. We keep saying Leeds being out of second gear. I think it's only up from here. I can't see Blackburn doing us, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Can't see it being.
Do you think it'll be a handy one for Leeds today, or do you think?
I wouldn't say handy, but you know, it'll be similar to the Luton game. You know, we're strike clearing off the line. Like, if they scored, it's a completely different game and things change.
Yeah, we need to be on it. Like, we need to be concentrated that they could catch us.
Yeah, but I genuinely think it should be very straightforward for Leeds, and for them to bring home the 3 points. Definitely, I can see it. You know,
a nice early one. That would be nice, and that would kind of just calm the nerves a little bit. We can kind of go out and score in the first kind of 5-10 minutes, just to kind of settle the nerves a little bit. What I don't want is Blackburn kind of getting an early goal and us kind of chasing the game then, and, you know, their crowd are kind of open, and they're sitting in and we're trying to break down that kind of low block, as we talked about the John Eustace sides usually do. Leeds United have struggled at times. Now look, we're a lot better last season than when we were breaking down the low block, but it's still very much something that Leeds United do struggle with from time to time. So that's my kind of only worry. I hope, you know, we go out, we're at them, we're professional, we keep possession of the ball for the first couple of minutes, get a nice early goal, and kind of just, you know, kill them off, exactly like what we done at Luton. You know, don't let them breathe, just let our quality show through. And we should have the quality in the squad, but in football you never know. That's why we all love the game. Anyone can beat anyone, especially in this division.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of them hard hitting leagues. It's so competitive. I think for me, when it comes to the Leedsy way as such, the last 2-3 weeks I've been just seeing the open players. More players have been more consistent. You know, they've been working hard. Fark has got it right. So, you know, obviously then the away form, beating Swansea, we kind of broke that course now. So it's kind of time now for Leeds to start.
It'd be nice though again today, wouldn't it, just to really put to bed that away sort of view that we're all feeling as Leeds fans at the minute, that if we can go to Blackburn today and pick up 3 points, then we're like, right, look, it's nothing really to worry about. I think if we go there today and, you know, we slip up again, you know, draw or lose, and it's kind of like, oh, the away form isn't great. You know, I mean, even though we did beat Swansea, you know, it's like we're not really being consistent with our away performance. Do you know what I mean? And I did see someone say, I actually think it was on Just Joe show, would a draw be the worst result away from home? No, I don't think it would be, but you want to win, especially Sheffield United got out of jail last night. They won the game.
No draws, lads. It's only up.
They're going back to the top, and it's like we need to, every time Leeds are given like a little nugget, you know, now's our opportunity now to go win this game again and go back to the summit of the Championship. And it has to be, you need to kind of have all them like little carrots there to be chasing them all the time. If you don't have that, you know, you're not going to progress for me. So hopefully today that Leeds United, the players are looking at that again, going, look, it's a must-win game for us today. We need to get back to the top of the Championship, and it sends out massive messages again to Sheffield United, going, look, at Leeds are really on here 4 games on the spin then, you know. So again, I don't think it'll be all playing.
It's nice to
style,
create that gap at the top. That's kind of where we're at. Like, I know Joe's been saying it every kind of few videos that he's been doing, and now's the time to do it, especially coming into the Christmas break. 3 points are massive. Be so consistent now all the way, because after January, that's it now. Come May, you know, it doesn't stop.
It would fly.
Then obviously March we do have
Christmas over, it would fly along. Well, then the Christmas break is always tough. It's tough for everyone, not just Leeds. You know, you'll always see one or two kind of slip up. So it's kind of like I'd like us to go on a little run now up until Christmas. You know, if we could do that kind of 10 to 13 game stretch where we're kind of unbeaten. You know, picking up a lot of wins, and like that, just showing a little bit of gap, because over the Christmas period it is always very rocky for all teams in the championship. So for me, we need to kind of get that consistency now before we kind of get into it. If we could do it over Christmas, absolutely brilliant, I'll take it. But it always seems to be one of them, for every team that it does be dodgy.
Yeah.
But just touching back on Blackburn Rovers, obviously they have a couple of injuries today. The main one, Andreas Weimann, is out, who was their joint top goal scorer with 4 goals. But there is a very capable player in there, Hashi as well, who has 4 goals as well, who more than likely will come into the starting lineup today. So Leeds United do have to be wary of that. Really, really strong striker, powerful, can score goals as well. So we need to watch that as well today. We need Strike and Rowan to be on that. We obviously tightened up after Swansea City, after conceding 3 goals. We tightened up against Luton. We didn't concede any. We were kind of back to ourselves again defensively, looking defensively solid. Didn't let much passes, and I hope Strike and Rowan continue that on again today. We're really, really solid. Hard for them to break us down. Set pieces today, I think, might be a big one. We need to be strong in set pieces. This Blackburn side will definitely try and get at us through set pieces any opportunity they can get, whether it's free kicks at the edge of the box, corners into the box as well, on top of Ian Melee. So we need to be mentally strong as well in that department. That's why I think Leeds today, we might just have to do the dirty game a little bit more.
Do you feel though that Leeds should come out within the first 10 minutes and just go at them?
I wouldn't say go gun ho. I wouldn't say go gun ho, because if you do, you kind of leave yourself susceptible to the counter attack going the other way, and that's the way Blackburn kind of like to play.
So you think we should just play them at their own game?
I think probably we should get control of the possession for the first 5-10 minutes. Is what I said. If we can nick a goal early doors, absolutely brilliant. But I'd like us to take possession of the ball. If we don't have to be kind of too adventurous, just calm them down. Don't let them get their tails up. The last thing I want to see is us kind of be sloppy in possession, give away silly passes, and that they're kind of nicking it off us and getting chances to get in behind and stuff like that, or a chance to counter attack on us. That's the game that I don't really want to see, because I think that would really go into Blackburn's favour. And so our passing needs to be on it today. Leeds United have the quality. We say it in every single game. We do have the players, we have the quality, we have the mentality to do it. It's just if you're on it on the day when it comes around to, and it's very hard over a 46 game season to be on it every single day. So yeah, I just don't think it'd be plain sailing. I'd love it to be, but I think it's going to be tough on the lads today. As I keep saying, 3 games in 6 days is a lot on them,
Yeah.
Into a couple of the comments here we have. Matt Leeds says, "Hey guys, how you doing? We win 2-0, and Bamford not getting nominated for the postcast is wild." Yeah, absolutely mental. I was sure he was going to get nominated for that, because it was everywhere, even all through the year, wasn't it? It was constantly being shown. Everyone was kind of resharing and Patrick Bamford's goal. So bit of a mad one that, Matt. You're right. Miton says, "Yeah, I think Fairbaugh back." Yeah, I think Fairbaugh comes back in. And Danny, as ever, we must have woke you up, Danny, did we? Morning, disciples. And Danny says, "Smash a like and subscribe, please." Yes, please do that, guys. While you're in the building, please smash a like on that video and hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. I've been saying they may have the players out, but we've still got to turn up, yeah. And I think that's probably something that we're echoing at the minute, Danny. That I think every squad is going to have their injuries. You're going to have players out. It doesn't mean that you can be lacklustre on it. You need to show up, don't you, every single day. So we'll touch on Leeds United then a little bit. Dylan, for you today, obviously the main kind of talking points, I think kind of the back line is one of them that naturally kind of picks itself. We've already touched on it, that Junior Fairbaugh comes back into left back today. Hopefully Sam Boylan is okay to even make the bench just in case anything kind of happens there. Tanaka and Rotwell for me start again. 2 of them have been immense again. They were really, really good against Luton. Rotwell again going under the radar. Tanaka got his flowers. Man of the match seems to be every single week. That is just, it's a mainstay there. But then it's the 4 in front of them, the 10, the 2 wingers, and then the striker position. It's one of them where you're not really too sure. It doesn't really nail itself down.
This is what I'm saying.
What would you go with today?
Yeah, it's getting to the point now where, as I said, with these wingers and the strikers, we don't know who it is, because someone's playing as well. If we go into the Pirro and Joseph, it kind of picks itself as well. I think Pirro should start, but he could start Joseph because at the end of the day, this is the third match in this week. But I would go with Nando on the left and James on the right.
I think so, yeah.
And look, if I have to pick the team itself myself, I'd play Nando on the 10, Solomon and James. If I'm being honest, that's not going to happen, let's be honest. So it's going to be Aronson. I'd like to see Nando out on the left, James out on the right, just because Solomon played full 90, and I think he can make an impact from the bench now because he has that flair in him. You know, it's only up from here, unless he's going to feel sorry for himself. But he won't. Aronson, and then the main man beside me here, who hasn't moved for the last while.
Nothing new there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think today's probably a game for Dan James for me. I think we'll need his pacing behind at times. We need to try and get them. I'd like Leeds to kind of get Blackburn out a little bit, kind of invite them on, let them try and play football and try and get him in behind. It's obviously very tough if they decide to play that low block. But I have a feeling today, lads, I think Nanto might drop out of the starting lineup. I think he might go Solomon again on the left. We've seen Nanto a little bit off that left-hand side in recent weeks, especially when Solomon was injured. And in the Premier League, it was probably his best position. He was always kind of cutting in on that right foot, scoring goals. Remember that goal at Old Trafford? He was very, very effective there against Liverpool when Somerville got the winner. He was very good coming off the left-hand side. But he got a couple of games out on the left-hand side and didn't really take to it. It was probably... I would kind of prefer Nanto to play on the left. I was always kind of saying I'd love to see Nanto playing on the left, get inside to kind of affect the game a little bit more. He did, and he hadn't, and I think that's why he might have lost his spot in the squad, because his performance didn't really hit that level when he was playing off the left-hand side. And we seen then against Luton, then he was moved back over then to the right-hand side. So I think Daniel Farke said he probably wants Nanto playing out the right-hand side. But I just have a feeling today, not too sure, but I think James might start out on the right. I think Solomon on the left. I think he's going to go with Solomon again. I think he's just going to try. He really likes Solomon. You can see by him, he's been pushing him. So I think Solomon off the left. Brendan Aronson picks himself through the middle again. I'd like to see Nanto at the 10. Will he do it? No. And then, yeah, Joel Pirro up top. He picks himself for me at the minute now. Joel Pirro, again, he's scoring goals. Is he the complete all-round striker? Will he do 100% all the time? The press, holding the ball up? No, he won't do it. But there's one thing for sure, lads. He's going to score goals, give him an opportunity in the box. The ball's in the back of the net. So, yeah, we have to start with a top goal scorer. So, Joel Pirro up top for me today. But
I'd be very upset if James doesn't start. I have to be honest. I think James has been immense.
Same, yeah, because he was quality. He was quality against Swansea City. For me, I keep saying I know Tanaka got it, but for me against Swansea City,
I gave it to James.
I think he got man of the match, and then obviously comes off the bench there against Luton, and the finish. I keep saying it. What an unbelievable finish there. The lob of goalkeeper on a 6-yard box.
The
composure there. Anyone can just naturally there in that position put your foot through the ball and see where it ends up. He has the calmness to just to dink it over and put the ball in the back of the net. So I'd like to see Dan James come back into the squad today. I think he deserves it. Probably being our most consistent players when called upon. So yeah, I'd like to see Dan James back in the squad. Obviously, it would be a massive call to drop Nanto down to the bench, but that's what rotation is. If you were bringing Nanto and Ramazani on, like that half an hour, 20 minutes to go, that's frightening for Blackburn Rovers.
I know, but like at the same time, me and you sitting here trying to pick a team, we actually don't.
You don't know, yeah.
No, not even now. Like, let's be honest, we don't actually care. Because we're spoiled for choice, like, do you know what I mean? So it's good because either way, whether Solomon's coming off the bench, whether James is coming off the bench, or whether Nando is, it's great. Ramzani as well probably get a bit of a cameo, 10 minutes kind of towards the back end of the game. We're spoiled, lads. We are spoiled. Definitely.
Yeah, a comment here from each said, "Let's not build up Blackburn to be what they're not. Should be winning comfortable today, comfortable score, and that's not being unreasonable." Yeah, I agree with Jeezy. I think if this game was kind of at the start of our 3-game week, I'd be saying we need to dispatch Blackburn very easy. I just think there's that kind of, not doubt in there, but there's a factor to play in that. We played 3 games in 6 days. It's a lot on the players when you think about it, so that might come into it today. And like that, I just think it'll be a scrappy game. I think Blackburn will want it to be that type of game. I just think Leeds need to dig in. You need to be an all-rounder in this league. You can't just constantly, be free-flowing, wanting to play beautiful football. There's times in this league where you need to dig in, you need to be defensive, you need to do the dirty side of it. And I just have a feeling it might be that today, but that's not big in Blackburn up Leeds. We should well have the quality to be beating them today for me. Danny said, that's why I'm going a close game. We nick a winner in the 88th minute. Solomon going, Jesus, Danny, don't leave it that late, buddy. Don't leave it that late. Rotwell reminds me of Strachan. I would definitely take him to the Premier League to compete for a place. Yeah, easy. I agree with it too. Definitely not a bad option off the bench. Joe Rotwell. I think he's definitely earned his place in the squad. Not though James needs to start Ramazani off the bench. Yeah, look, not a bad show. It's like that. You'll have everyone kind of giving their opinions, the wingers that they want to start, and it's going to be everyone's going to have different opinions, aren't they, Dillon? And I wouldn't begrudge any of the four of them starting. I do really want to see James today because I think he deserves it. I think he's probably been the best performer and the most consistent out of the whole four of them for me. If you see Nanto coming in, I'm not going to be like, why isn't he start Solomon? Because obviously Solomon has played a lot of football, his injury record, X, Y, and Z. Ramazani to come on as well. Like, it's just, it's mental when you think about it. Just, it's one of them that kind of gets you excited to know that you have, if the game isn't going well, if we need to kind of freshen it up, if we need something a little bit different to bring these players on to try and change the game. It's quality, isn't it? Like, really good.
It's really good. I'm loving it this season so far, and that's the reason why we're going to go.
Hard for me to say, but the Lazy Dutchman starts up top today. Hopefully he does some running about, and hopefully he does, but I think that's why.
Yes! We finally got him. We got Danny. Danny wants Pierre to start.
It's too early for him, Dylan. That's not fair. It's too early for him. You're out there catching him out now.
Did you hear that? Danny wants you to start up top today.
Pirlo, we can't afford to ignore the threat that he gives. Yeah, I agree. He's the fox in the box. He's the fox in the box, Joe Pirlo. Maybe starting James with teams and sit back and catching the counter attack would be good to bring James on the second half. Yeah, I agree, Danny. And it just feels harsh, doesn't it? Like
that's more. Yeah, I still don't mind. Like if he comes on,
but then again, Dylan, look, it is one of them. We had this conversation with Joe Pirlo and Matteo Joseph when Matteo Joseph was starting and Pirlo's coming off the bench. Is that kind of tag, and he was kind of scoring that much. It warranted him to kind of start the game. So is Daniel Farke looking at that now? Like what Danny said, is he kind of saying, right, I'm going to go with Nanto off the right, Solomon off the left, and then like that when the game kind of opens up a little bit, then when bringing Dan James on, exactly what he done against Luton to try and get in behind. It's just one of them, how Blackburn are going to set up. They could play the opposite. They might want to come out. I can't see it. They might want to come out and play the way Swansea City played, try and kind of get at us, play between the lines, long balls over our full-backs. Whether they do that or not, I don't think so. I think that it's going to be one of them where they're going to sit down and try and hit us on the counter. They'll try and suck Leeds out as much as they can. They'll try and bring our whole team up our defence midfield, and then it'll be just right try and nick it and get it over the top as soon as we can. So, yeah, look, it reminds me. That's why I'm excited for today's game. I think it's going to be one of them. It'll be a very kind of tactical kind of game. Both managers really kind of going at it and trying to kind of outdo each other. So, I'm buzzing for today's game, 100%.
Guys, don't forget as well, Darren and myself are doing a second watch along today. It's going to be a good one. Let's hope that we're not coursing in this one, Darren. All things considered.
Try and keep it to a minimum. My mum was giving it, so I'll try and keep it to a minimum.
And also say as well about Nanto, don't be saying he hasn't been doing much since he came on, and 2 seconds later goes up and bangs in a goal.
That's just reverse psychology. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say it about every player today. He hasn't done that today, has he? I just keep saying it until someone scores, yeah. So, Dylan said it was a watch along. We have newly renamed it to follow along because everyone that nannies and their granddads call it watch alongs. And look, why not try and be a little bit different? So we call it the follow along. So not too far away from the watch along. So the follow along will be back today at 1:15. We'll do a little bit of a build up then. From there, we'll obviously give you the both starting 11s, and then we'll get into it then from there. So yeah, it should be a good one. Really, really looking forward to that game. And Danny says I'll be on the follow along today. Love that, Danny. And obviously the big boys are on as well. You have your Joe and your Connor as well to do the watch along. So make sure you check them guys out as well. The Roses clash is always a great battle. Yeah, exactly. The clash of the Roses today. And then Danny.
I'm not drinking today, Danny.
Yeah, I'm not drinking today. We will be sober today, Danny, unless Leeds United get 3 points, then we might have a beer later on. I think we need to stop comparing Jones and Pirlo. They're different types of players, and I think they both have great futures. Yeah, easy, 100% agree with you. Yeah, I think the here and the now, Pirlo is probably the player that Leeds United need to score goals. I do think we all agree that Joseph has definitely got a higher ceiling in the future. He will turn into a great striker if he can get that kind of side of his game where he's able to kind of finish chances. He'd be absolutely outstanding, wouldn't he? If he can keep that kind of press, running the lines, running the channels, and if he can add goals to his game. And we see a lot of his goals come from that front post. He likes to make that dart to the front post and try and nick in front of his defender. It's something that I think he's really, really good at. But if he can get kind of his all round finishing, in and around the box, we've seen him at times this season where the ball has felt him in situations where he's just been, it's like the confidence isn't there. Like against Swansea City when it was 3-2, we had a chance to kind of kill the game off when he nicked it off the goalkeeper. A lot of what he was doing, whether like that, it's just a confidence thing. He just hasn't been in that situation. Obviously, being in the bench, he should have finished it, shouldn't he? So it's just a confidence thing, I think, at the minute with Matteo Joseph. Then he says, question for about you: do you think Joseph and Pirlo do it in the Prem? That is a great question, Danny. Which, go on, Dylan, I'll give it to you first.
I think. Jesus, stutter again, lads. That always happens to me. No!
That's the coffee starting to set in now. It's the caffeine hitting the bloods.
I did touch on the Pirlo situation before in the Premier League, so I think it would suit better in the Premier League if we had two strikers up front, because simply Pirlo doesn't do the running, does he? The 10 works to a certain degree, but I think the wingers need to be a bit more on it, because Pirlo's kind of the natural goal scorer where he likes the ball. You have to be hitting Pirlo in the box every time. You know, little tap ins. If he gets around the edge of the box, he will have a pop. Joseph, I think, needs to start making an impact this season to rate him on more, because at the minute he hasn't done it for me. If he has that press, he's a great future ahead of him. I'm not saying all that, but just at the minute, he needs to pull up the socks.
Yeah, I'm going to counter that a little bit, which is mad to say. Look, right here now, Joe Pirlo's the man for me, 100%, especially in this division. And again, everything's going to be hindsight, and it's all about opinions. I do think, like what I said, Joseph definitely has a higher ceiling. I do think Joseph can get to that level to be a Premier League striker. He definitely has that movement in. He come deep, pick it up. He's very, very good at doing that. It just is that side of the game of actually finishing that he needs to add to it. But that's something he can work on. That's something that you can actually, nurture and work on and progress and get better. And he should be definitely looking at that side of the game. And I'm sure Fark is saying it to him, you need to be scoring more goals. So I do think he can take that step up to the Prem, whether it's next season and he's ready to go to be Leeds United's number one striker in the Premier League season at such a young age. We've said it this season as well. It's such a young age to carry that burden on the short. Some people take it on, some people don't. But I definitely wouldn't be getting rid of Matteo Joseph just because the ceiling that he has. I'd hate to see us, going up to the Premier League saying, no, he's just not at it, getting rid of him and seeing him go somewhere and, do well, start banging in goals, and then we're looking going, oh, geez, we should have hung on to him, do you know what I mean? So I'd like to
definitely
keep kind of nurturing, Matteo Joseph.
No, he's going to be a smashing player.
It comes to Joe Pirlo, again, yeah, look, he scores goals. He's going to score goals in any division, and like that, even if it is in the Premier League, you give him a chance in around the box. Sometimes in the Premier League, that's all you get is one chance in around the box. You can put the ball in the back of the net. In regards to the pressing side of the game with Joel Pirlo, in the Premier League, for me, you probably need everyone to do it. You can't just rely on Brendan Aaron to do it. You need your wingers to do it. You need your both wingers to do it. You need your midfield. You need everyone to kind of be on it in the Premier League, because if you don't, and especially if that's what way you're going to play, and Daniel Fark does like to play that way, is that kind of high press. He doesn't like to kind of sit in. We'll need to kind of move it around for Joel Pirlo. But the side of his game that I really, really want Joel Pirlo to scrub up on is his first touch. His first touch at times. Sometimes you can trap and you look and go, geez, great touch. But there's times, you keep saying a trampoline foot, it just hops off, man, it's gone. And that's something in the Premier League you're just not going to get away with. You're just not going to get away in the Premier League. In the Championship, you will a little bit. The ball could be played up to you 3 or 4 times. You might only trap it twice, and you'll get away with that. In the Premier League, when it goes up, and especially when we go up our 4th season, it's going to be very much for me, stay in the division and kind of build on it. You need your striker to be holding the ball up when you get that opportunity to take possession. You need to hold on to it. You can't be giving it back cheaply, and that can't be at the cause of Joe Pirlo, the ball hopping off Joe Pirlo and giving it back. Do you know what I mean? So that's one side of his game. I definitely think he needs to scrub up on his first touch. But like what I said, he is an asset. He can score goals. Whether he can do that in the Premier League again remains to be seen. We can all say yeah, we can all say no. But it's just the general all round play. I think both of them definitely they need to come up if they're going to take that step up to the Premier League. If you're asking me now, the performance that they're putting in now, we definitely need a number 9. And if we go to the Premier League, we definitely need to invest in the position. Would you say that, Dill?
Yeah, 100%. I think he should sell Bamford and use his money towards someone a bit more decent.
Yeah. Danny Talk Sports says, I don't think Ampadu does it in the Prem for me. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's... Yeah, Danny, I can see where you're coming from with that. But look, he's still young. He is still young. He's taken on the board and being captain this season. I know he's out injured. It will obviously we'll see when he comes back now, December, the start of January, what kind of eating and do that we get back. Hopefully, he can come back all guns blazing and get back fit and force his way back into the squad. I think if you're saying like right now, yeah, that probably the question mark probably remains over 90% of the squad. Can they do it in the Premier League? For me, I think the only two at the minute, and again, it's just my opinion, that can step up to the Premier League will be El Tanaka and Pascal Struijk. For me, they're the only two who wouldn't look out of place in the Premier League. Like obviously, Struijk has done it in the Premier League. He's been there. He's played at that level. He knows what it takes. And El Tanaka just looks flawless, doesn't he? He's levels above the Championship. It's too easy for him at this stage. We know what Firpo's done there. Bogle, we seen him last year in the Premier League. Yeah, granted, he played in a Sheffield United squad that were obviously getting battered week in, week out, so that definitely would have taken a hit to his confidence. If he kind of keeps progressing with his defending side of the game, I can't see why Bogle can't step up. Joe wrote on the question mark is obviously over him as well. It's parts of his game that he definitely needs to pick up on, especially his reading of the game is very good, but his passing for me is, again, it's a little bit suspect at time. 5-yard passes, he can knock the ball out of play. So yeah, I said it to Dylan. I think if we do go to the Premier League, we probably need a whole spine of the team. For me, you definitely need to be looking at a goalkeeper. For me, 100%. We've seen Melier now week in, week out. We've seen him in the Premier League, so we definitely need a goalkeeper. For me, probably need another solid centre half.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Another good midfielder to kind of partner out Tanaka. Definitely need a number 10. We definitely need a creative player. Won't work away with it in the Championship. We need a creative player in the Premier League, and then again for me, then a number 9 as well.
I think we don't need his wingers at the minute.
Yeah, I think the wingers do. I think Nanto could do it in the Premier League. Ramazani, for me, again, I keep saying his ceiling is absolutely outstanding. I think we got a little bit berated for it, but I think his ceiling is higher than Somerville. I know that's a little bit mad to say. I just think his all-round game is just outstanding. He can play in the middle. He does the dirty work on back as well. I just think Ramazani's outstanding. I think there's levels to this boy, and I think he's only going to get better as well. So yeah, look.
Don't forget, lads. We've Jack Harrison on loan as well.
Oh, get rid, man.
I know. Like this is what I'm saying. Like there's these players that are still on loan.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of them.
Yeah, if we do,
I think Joe Gelhardt for his career. Here we go.
Yeah, and
I think Joe Gelhardt
had a great future not long ago, and look what happened. People need to calm down and give Joseph time. Yeah, 100% agree with you. 100%. Joffy's a sore one. It's a sore conversation to bring up about Joffy, isn't it? Because he was kind of like a bright spark in that really bad season in the Premier League when we're going down. Like his run against Brighton, or his goal that he scored against Norwich as well in the last minute. Like we've some great memories with Joffy. His jinking run, I think it was against Wolves as well when he won the penalty as well. Yeah, some great memories with Joffy. It's unfortunate because he always kind of felt like that player that was going to kind of kick on and be a mainstay in the Leeds squad. It hasn't happened, but I think he's been linked with Rangers now at the minute. I think Celtic are in there as well. There's a host of clubs that are in looking for Joe Gelhardt, but he has to go play football, doesn't he? For him, and like not even about Leeds, he has to go, doesn't he? He has to get his career back on.
Sad to see him go because I did like him. I really did like him. He's clearly not doing it for Fark on the training ground. Love for him to get a chance and then prove it all wrong. Because I did like Joffy, to be fair. But yeah, as I was saying, I think Joffy, Bamford, over for me at the minute. But he's doing all right at the minute. So, but I could see him pushing him off.
Yeah.
Someone else. They all need to go in.
I'd say Vauber probably go in January.
Oh, Jack Harrison as well. Jack Harrison needs to go as well.
I think Vauber goes in January. I think unless something drastic happens where, God forbid, one of our two centre-halves get injured, he goes into the centre-half position and has outstanding performances, well then you're like, right. Yeah. But I just think the way it is at the minute, it's probably all the signs are there for Max Vauber to probably force a move for January, and I don't think we'd all be surprised with that if the window opens the first day and he walks into Fark's office and hands in a transfer request. I wouldn't be too far to miss with that one. But he says here, players that I've always said wouldn't do it in the Premier League is Ampadu, not in midfield, maybe at a stretch centre half, and we have said it, probably centre half probably is his best position. Dillo for me anyway. I think he's definitely more of a centre half than a midfielder. Yeah. 3 players for me, except about Pascal. So yeah, Ramazani as well. Yeah, forgot about him, Danny. Can't see Joseph doing anything in the Championship, and definitely not in the Prem. Really, Mark? Yeah, I think he's still young, Mark. I think he still has. He still has a lot to grow with him. Every time the Ampadu subject comes up, people repeat the same thing. He's our captain. Fark loves him. They don't talk about his ability. and there's a reason to be in the team. I don't see him as a midfielder. Yeah, and me and Dylan have been saying that over the last couple of weeks. When Ampadu comes back in, he shouldn't be getting an easy ride because he is our captain, or Fark does love him, and we can't have that. We can't have anyone kind of getting a free pass back into the squad. 100% not. Ethan Ampadu has to fight tooth and nail to get back into the squad to dislodge Rotwell. I think us all as a fan base, if he's back and all of a sudden then he's taking Joe Rotwell out of the side, pushing Tanaka on further forward, I think we'll all as a fan base be like, well, that's a little bit harsh. And Joe Rotwell's performances have been outstanding. But again, that's all foreseen. By the time Ethan Ampadu comes back, will Joe Rotwell's performances drop a little bit? Hasn't played much football over the last 2 seasons in his career. Will that start catching up with him again? There's all these things, you have to take into play over the course of the season. Like right here, right now, is he getting back in the squad now? But when it comes to the time he is back fit and he is back match sharp, we obviously have to assess it then. We could see him come back in for 20 minutes one game and say, right, yeah, he needs to start the next game. But the other side of it as well, I think we're all saying I'd love to see Tanaka in that more kind of advanced role, the 8, maybe even a 10 position where you can kind of get forward and dictate the play a little bit more. I definitely think he has that in him. Harry Bourne says, hi lads, big win today. Hopefully, please God, Harry, please God, we make it 4 in the bounce. That would be great. I don't think Robert goes in January. Think he'll still be here? Do you think so, Danny? I think at the minute, the way it stands, he might try and force to move out here. Obviously not playing too much. Morning lads, I'm going 3-1 for Leeds today.
Yeah, on the same team. Go on.
I said I could say 1-0. Major changes if we do go up to be able to compete in the Prem, but let's get out of this division first. Love that, yeah, bringing everyone back down. I fully believe we will. Love that. Stephen, thanks for popping in. The way Byron plays when called upon, I think the club need to give him a chance as a backup in the Prem. Yeah, and we've touched on this a bit as well, Dillo. I think Byron has definitely deserved his flowers since he came in, not even just this season, even last season. Start of the season, he really relishes playing for Leeds United. And I think I said it, Dillo, that I met him, I think it was at the Cardiff game last season. Yeah, I think it was the Cardiff game last season, the first game last season when we drew 2-2. Met him at the back of the West Stand and got a picture of him 10 years before that. So I had them side by side when we're about 2 young fellas and got a picture with him and shook his hand. I said, delighted to have you back at the club, Sam. And he just turned around and gave me a big smile and he's just like, thanks so much. But you could just see by him, he was loving being back at Leeds United. He's given this chance to come back, play for Leeds, his boyhood club, and he's grabbed it with both hands, hasn't he? So
I remember watching him. As I said, if anyone that only new to the channel, you got a photo with Sam Byram. He didn't even have his driver's license at the time. Do you remember? He used to get a lift.
He used to get lifted, yeah.
And so everyone was delighted to see Byram. Loads of people running over, and I got a photo with Paddy Kenny instead.
Paddy Kenny's having a party. Paddy Kenny, Lee, Jesus Christ, some of the players we have playing for this football club. Harry Burns says, hit them likes and subscribes, people. These lads deserve way more than what they have. Thanks very much for the kind words, Harry. Absolutely love that. Yeah, please smash a like on the video and hit subscribe if you haven't.
We're actually really close to the 500 subscribers, lads.
Getting close, which is mental.
So,
it is mental. It's cliche.
What,
but
what did we start this August? We couldn't do it without you guys. A lot of shout outs there. You've Yeezy, you've Sean, but I think it's fair to say Danny's been here from the start.
Danny was the one from the very start. Remember?
Yeah.
How do we even go live? I would just like to miss it. Like, I'm just gonna go live on YouTube and just see what happens. Just let's see what happens. And Danny was the first one straight in the chat. And I think me and Danny had a chat for about 40 minutes. So it's mad that you've gone from they're just one person watching you and now you have all the support behind you. But I obviously put it out on our socials there and on YouTube, just thanking all people. We wouldn't be anywhere, and again, it's cliche to say we wouldn't be anywhere without you guys supporting us, being in the chat, hitting the like button, sharing our videos. But then also the content creators around here, you've Joe that supported us, Jerry Lynch at the View, we've Matty over and Imagine Not Being Leeds. With so many, Joe Blackburn have touched base with him as well. Paul from Leeds Therapy was on the final point last night. This
what a lovely lad.
Leeds United content creator community is it's outstanding. I think you kind of watch it as a subscriber, and which I did for years, watch all these boys, and it was always something that you didn't think, do they actually like it? But it's only when you're in it, the support
you become a fan yourself.
Yeah, and you can reach out to anyone. The amount of people, Joe has probably been at every beck and call as well. I think I was wrecking his head there the other day, sending them voice notes how to sort out things, and they've all been outstanding. We can't thank them enough, and that we just
go BV as well.
We're enjoying it, and that's the main thing. We're not in this for the wrong reasons. We're not here to be we want to make money off YouTube. We're here to talk about Leeds United and we're enjoying it, and that's why we're here. We're here for the right reasons and not to mess. Look at the subscribers, it's great, but for us, it's not to be on now. We're not really too much caught up on we're on X amount of subscribers or checking it all through the day. It's just one of them that see our subscribers going up is obviously brilliant, but again, it's not to be on and now. We love doing what we're doing and we want to keep it going and keep enjoying it. So Harry Bourne says here, Bayern was like Mr. Muscle, does the job you hate. Yeah, exactly. 100% agree with that, buddy. 100% agree with that. Wow, two picks, 10 years apart. You must have been 15. I think I was.
I was very young. I remember me and you were together the first pick there, and I was with you in that. I was there with you. I was very young. I think I was still in primary school at the time.
Still in nappies, right?
Yeah, could have been. Still in.
Well, actually, Troy and oh Lord above. I think I'll try and get it here. Do you want to waffle on there for a minute till I'll see if I can actually find a picture of me and Boyram? It's here somewhere.
We'll get a sing song going. Here, I think I can do this. I'll go through the comments. Easy says, what was quality?
Yeah, go on, you go.
Go on.
No, go on.
Sorry, lads. Easy says, Walber's quality adaptable. I think it would be wrong to let him go in January. We are Leeds fans. The players are not. What a comment. I love it, Easy.
Yeah.
Mark here says, talking of Sam being a backup for the Prem, what about Junior's contract? Would you like to see him to stay? I'll start this off. I'd like to see him stay for the simple reason I've just grown to like him and love him. Obviously, if he stays, he's a Leeds true and true. If he goes, you can't really blame him either. But if he does go, I would like him to go out on a high. Come January now, if there's a contract agreed, I think it's very disrespectful towards the club. Seven Darren did touch on this because...
Did touch on that, yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Regardless of the outcome of the season, whether we go up or not, his main focus wasn't on Leeds United. I don't care what anyone says. Now, if you go in and negotiate a contract with another club in January and you can't leave until May, well, you ain't here to win it. It's simple as that. I don't care what anyone says because you're not solely committed. Yeah, you're committed until you have to go. You're basically saying I have to hang around here until the chains are off. It's like saying to a prisoner, look, you're getting 6 months and then you can get out. You get what I'm trying to say? He's not getting out. You're not getting out. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to see him stay, but same thing. Now, will he do it again in the Prem?
Yeah, I think I agree with that as well. We've obviously touched on the Fairpost situation. I don't like the thought of it, to echo what Dylan is saying. I don't like the thought that someone can be at our football club and can negotiate with another football club in terms in 6 months' time. It's just something that I don't
cheating.
like.
It's cheating.
Yeah,
that's what it
just
is.
if it.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, you're chatting to a border and 6 months down the line, all of a sudden you find out she's negotiating with some other fella. Hold on a second. You know what I mean? You're not staying with me until we live
right,
the
lads,
champion in the championship.
I think I have this picture. Let me see if we can screen share it. Not really used to all this bits and bobs, so let me see if we can get it up here.
You see the baby facing down?
Can you see that? No, wait, sorry, 2 seconds.
It's slow in there.
I can't even see us. Hold on.
That is gas. So,
yeah,
for anyone that was Darren when he was a baby.
So that's me and El Samboy. I mean, I think it was about.
I'm waiting for someone to go with Dilla. We're sure one of photo buddy.
You know, Mike, yeah. Maybe a couple of more comments and then we'll wrap it up because I'm conscious we are back on again at 1:15 then. Wish I had the confidence to do it, lads. Just try Harry, and like that we do a subscriber show every couple of weeks with Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds. Keep an eye out for that. If whatever thing you want to just jump on, dip your toes in, see if you like it, come on and have a chat with us, give your opinion. But all I can say is just do it. Me and Dylan are definitely one of them. We're socially like that. We like to have a bit of a laugh, but when a camera's thrown in front of you, it's very very short and nerve-wracking, and me and Dylan probably found out the first 3 weeks whether you're cut out for or not. But it's just one of them. If you enjoy it, do it. Definitely jump into it, and you won't know until you do it. Stephen Bourne says, "The life for you lads. I've always said it's not just a football team, it's Leeds family." Yeah, and we keep saying it's the tribalism, isn't it, Stephen? That we're all together. You don't get it. You don't get it like anywhere else in this world. Leeds United are just completely unmatched, 100%. Danny, I was disappointed Matty forgot to sing on the final point. I know, Danny. I was only thinking about that last night, and he got away with one. He didn't even mention it to us now. So he definitely owes us 2 songs.
About that. He thinks he's going to get away with that. He won't get away with that, Danny. Don't worry about that. He will be sorry for that.
We just had a great bit of crack though, didn't we? In fairness, Paul from Leeds Therapy. If you haven't seen that video, head across there. Imagine not being Leeds the final point show where we team up with Matty every week, alternating channels, and we sit down, we have a point, we chat about Leeds United, and it's really, really good crack. So make sure you pop across and have a look at that. And Paul is very, very funny when he gets going. Really, really good guy as well. So we'll get into a couple of more comments before we wrap it up. You two on my a breath of fresh air. My experience is content providers stop interacting with their viewers, which is such a shame. Yeah, easy. And do you know what? Coming probably from experience, I agree with that as well. But look, you have to understand these lads, especially the OGs, the top boys in this. You're like your Joes, Jers, Connors, KG, all them big boys. There's so many to name. There's so many subscribers and followers right into them at any one time. It's hard to try and get back to anyone, but I do agree with you there. You have to be kind of doing it for the love. I don't want this to get to a position where it's kind of you have to, it should be a want. That's my opinion anyway.
Appreciate that comment though, easy.
I'm not sure why he's laughing at.
They're laughing at your photo.
They must be laughing at the old photo, yeah.
I knew someone was going to say it. Yeah, I'm actually looking at it.
I'll dig it out for you, Danny. I definitely have it somewhere.
You definitely have it, yeah.
Definitely have it somewhere along. Fair play, lads. Great show. 4-0 today. Oh, please, Mark. Please be that plain sailing. That would be absolutely amazing. A 4-0 win today. That made me get one. So, funny story. So, for anyone in the chat, Amy Tolan is my wife. And we went over to Leeds, and it's always been one of them. Look, when you're a kid, you obviously want to go see the players. You stand at the back of the West Stand, you want to meet them, and kind of since you get all that. Yeah, we never bring Dylan. It's kind of
that's why I get by Kenny. That's all I
have. When me and Dylan get the opportunity to go over to Leeds, it's very much kind of go and enjoy it. You're in Leeds City Centre, you're at the Moot, you're having a couple of points, you're meeting people, and then you're down to the Peacock, and then before you know it, you have to get into the stadium, so you miss kind of meeting the players. But that time we went over with Amy, she said, look, I want to go around, I want to meet the players going in. So I said, right, grand, fair enough. So I'm there and itching for a point. Come on. So the players then are all leaving after the game. They're all like walking on. If anyone's ever been in the back of the West End, they obviously come out and they sign all the autographs the whole way down, and got a picture with Nanto Road on. And then Elon Melia came down and he kind of just stopped at me and he was just like, hello. And I was like, oh, Amy, do you want to get in a picture? And she just got in a picture. And Amy's real small. Amy's about 3 foot nothing. Sorry, you're usually going to bait me out of this. But she got a picture of Elon Melia and he walked away and she's just like, I don't like him. And I was like, come on, he plays for Leeds. So yeah, definitely, I've done Amy do it. But then she got one with Pascal Strike as well. So like that's a really, really good one to have. Why you miss have one? What's that, Amy? Why made you should have had one with Darren? I didn't mind, Danny. I didn't mind. You go Nanto, Salmon. I got one with Willie Nanto as well. Absolutely love that one as well.
I said I've one with Paddy Kenny.
I think I have one with Billy Sharp as well. Rudy Austin.
I think I have one with Byram as well.
I've Neil Sullivan as well.
I'd say you have the phone.
I'm sure you have loads, Danny. Amy Elise's mails are gonna. Oh, I forgot that, Danny.
There'll be none of that talk.
Whoa. None of that talk. Keeping it PG. There'll be no language now on only Leeds Bros anymore. That's it over now. Darren, maybe she's small, but good things come in small packages. Oh, a bit of flirting in the chat. Lads, look, it's been absolutely deadly. That's the match build-up. Blackburn versus Leeds United, Ewood Park, and 1:30 kick-off today. Myself and Dylan will... I have to throw this comment up. Joe was correcting me. Where's my trailer of thought then? Yeah, myself and Dylan will be back for the follow along at 1:15. As I said, we'll jump in real quick, 15 minutes then to throw the team lineups, and we'll get into it then from then. So looking forward to that one. Guys, before you go out the video, please make sure you smash a like on the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification bell in case you miss any videos, so you keep yourself in the loop. There won't be any language today. No language today.
No. Definitely not.
Right, lads, we leave it there. Thanks very much for popping into the chat. Let's hope Leeds United get the 3 points today, and let's make our weekend better. And we'll chat you all again soon.
Cheers.